They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 at first?
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The Falcons at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
They're hoping to do it consistently here. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance going back to the air after the pick 6. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now Lance on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. He's got this almost to the 40. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action, now it's Lance. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a play fake. Lance. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They fake the handoff, now Lance. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They had two tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now Lance again. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Lance. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy in the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On second, and a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On play action, Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On the double. Watch out now. 50 Pierce.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for comeback here in this half.
In there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, here's Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
From the 27, Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
They're right where the scoreboard is at running at halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Although he was picked in the 3rd round, Desmond Ridder has actually actually the second quarterback drafted in 2022. Might not have that first-round label, but we saw him make plenty of first-round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker who reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proven winner.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. Coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Lance to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Throwing now is Lance. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball. They also want...
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Down. 52 blasters.
Second and 9 now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Right back to Mitchell on second down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire. And they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. 1-score game.
And if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The Falcons on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Mariota. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. First and 10, it's Patterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 22, Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. George Pickens, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Crew, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You're going to try to make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb.